Okay, so I'm gonna be answering you guys' questions because I know you guys, I've been wanting to do a Q&A, but I kind of wanted to wait until my channel, you know, got along more, like down the road, to answer questions for you guys to like really be invested. But I'm gonna start with, okay, so what is my full name? Well, I'm just gonna start off. My full name is Jamie Neve Mitchell. Yes, it was Howard, but then my parents got married when I was 6, so now it's Mitchell. Okay, the first one is dream place to live. My dream place to live would be, and this is a while ago, I watched Twilight a while ago, and I've always wanted to live in the house that Edward Collins lived in. I just loved it. I loved the vibe. I loved everything about it when I was younger, and I just would love to live in like a foresty place. Lots of green, especially I think they live in Alaska or something, but lots of green for sure. And I wanted to live like in a house where it's like a lot of glass, so like it's like when you walk into the room, it's more majority of the like space is like glass. And maybe like just somewhere very earthy. I don't care where. Maybe Alaska, maybe like, I don't know, but there's so many places I want to live, you know. Like I feel like when you say dream place, you could really take that anywhere. Like I just feel like it's the space you create that's a dream, not necessarily the place. It's what you make it. So yeah. What are my plans after college? Well, my plans after college is I want to move to, I'm in Alabama, so I want to move to North Carolina, or I want to move up to Boston where I have lived for a few years, and then go back to, you know, go to South Carolina. I really want to go back to Boston. I love Boston. I also am thinking about Houston too, Texas. Definitely love that place. They always show such nice places to live, but with my job, you know I'm going to be secure, especially if I live in the city. I know they'll pay great. So probably like, I know I want to travel. I want to help where the need is great. That's what I want to do. Like I want to be able to like preach to everybody around the world. That's like a dream I have. But after college, I feel like maybe I'd like to settle down with my own life, have my own place to live and stuff like that. Favorite worst things about college? My favorite thing about college is that I'm kind of building my own self, my own independence, my own life. So it's like usually living with my parents is like, it's our life together, but it's kind of like me, what I have to do is like more my world and what I need to do, rather than like with my parents. So it's like I can create a responsible sense of self, and I like being able to, you know, be independent and figure things out on my own without my parents being there, if that makes sense. I think the worst thing about college is probably the money aspect, because it's expensive, and I feel like it's always in the back of our mind, you know, how much things cost, and it's like always having to be like, well, I don't think I'm gonna spend this, I'm gonna spend that. But sometimes it could be hard, you know, with the financial part, and it's not really bad. I feel like, you know, my roommate is great, you know, I enjoy her, and I feel like our space is nice, you know, so there's not a lot of bad things about college, you know. There's like some weird things that happen, but it's not bad. Oh my gosh, someone sent me something crazy. What soaps are your favorite? I love the Dr. Bronner soap because it's natural and it cleans really nice. I love the peppermint one. I don't like any other one except the peppermint one. Sometimes I use a Dove soap, but I feel like it's too greasy. Like I don't feel like it cleans me enough. I like the bar of Dr. Bronner soap. I will use that, or like the liquid soap, and I feel like that really cleans me, and it's organic, so I like that. So what smell goods are your favorite? Some of my smell goods is vanilla, straight up vanilla. I have almost every vanilla scent you can think of, like at Victoria's Secrets, everywhere. Like I love vanilla. I absolutely love vanilla a lot. So I wear that every day. That's my go-to scent. That's what I look for. Like, I love vanilla so much, guys. Like, love vanilla a lot. People say like they thought that my natural scent was vanilla. I thought that was funny, but like at the same time I thought it was like very much a compliment. How do you choose your foundation? I guess I choose it based off of, I don't like a matte foundation. I guess I obviously choose it off of like if it's my right shade, but also pricing, because some foundations are really expensive but really worth it, but then there are some where I'll just use a concealer as a foundation. Like, I'll just, you know, do my dark spots. And I guess the pricing, if it's more of a shiny or matte, I'll decide between that and kind of like if I want full coverage, light coverage, or if I want it to be like, you know, shiny, or if I want it to have SPF in it, you know, because I don't wear makeup all the time. Like today I'm wearing a lighter makeup, but I think it's nice. I guess just go off your shade, like what you're trying to accomplish, like what are you trying to do. And I mix a lot of different shades together to get what I need to fit in. Okay, how do you care for your hair? I've been slacking on caring for my hair. I've been slacking so hard, but I usually just do a, you know, a little spray bottle with some essential oils in it, and I'll spray it to just add moisture. Then I'll put some oil in my hair. And sometimes I'll do like an African balm that I have at home. I need to bring it here, but like African balm I'll put like near my edges, you know, to care for them a little bit more. And I like to put, I usually wear a silk little scarf with my bonnet to bed so my edges, you know, don't get frail and break off. And I just love to just let my hair be. I love to just let my hair be because it'll grow, you know, it'll be healthy if I just let it be and use organic things on it and be regular. But lately I've been so lazy. I feel like there are periods in the year where like I don't care for my hair. Like I'll literally put it in a bun and I'll just worry about my makeup and I won't worry about my hair. Like, sometimes there's like twice a year where it's like I neglect my hair so bad. How do you enjoy making, what do you enjoy about making videos? I've always made videos when I was younger. Like when I was in 3rd grade, I started making videos on iMovie on my mom's iPad. And I used to have my brothers, you know, help me with the videos. And we used to make horror videos. We used to make like music videos. Like I showed my class, I think I was in 6th grade, I showed my class my music video. It was like, my lip gloss is popping, my lip gloss is cool, all the girls are dropping, they chased me after school. I said Mac Chloe, yep, wasn't perfect. Yeah, so I actually made that video, but I wore my mom's high heels and I was walking like, and I showed my whole class because I was so proud. Like I showed my, I just showed them and like their look on their face. Like, oh my gosh. Anyways, I enjoy, but I didn't even answer the question, bro. So what I enjoy most is being able to connect with people. I love editing. I have a passion for editing. I have a passion for videography and photography. I love it. It's like something I've always loved doing when I was young, like ever since 3rd grade. Like it's been so many years since then, and I love editing. I love seeing me transform what's happening in my head and making that come to life on the computer and showcasing it. Like, this is what I'm thinking in my head, let me show you guys what I'm trying to do. So it's like taking it and like seeing that thought like happen in the editing. I love to just, you know, I love it. I just love it. Another one is what books you've been reading and how do you feel they've helping you in life? I love the Kite Runner Hosseini. First of all, the Bible does help you, okay? Like, I don't care what nobody says. Like, the Bible is, of course, an obvious book that definitely helps you with your life. The Bible has very practical knowledge that people usually today are like, the Bible's outdated and things like that, but no, it's definitely not outdated. If you want me to get into a different video on that, I surely will, but that's number one. That's life-changing. The Bible changes lives. But also a book is The Kite Runner by Hassani. I'm gonna just put the picture here of the book because I'm having a tongue problem right now. but I loved it. That book made me cry so bad. I love books. I love historical fiction so much, and I could visualize. I'm such a visual person. I could visualize what's happening. I also love The City, The Girl Who Burnt the City. There are a few books. Oh, and also I love The Adoration of Jenna Fox. I love that book. I read that book like 3 times. I love Wonder. Smile actually is so crazy because that made me want to go into dental hygiene, because I read that when I was a little girl. But I just love those books, and I can even go into a video on why I love them. Okay, what camera do you suggest for a beginner? I would say besides like your iPhone, because I know it could, you know, be a lot of storage, then airdropping it and trying to figure it out. I think a good beginner camera would probably be like a Sony. I actually thrifted my Canon G7X, which is like a YouTube camera that most people have on YouTube. I thrifted it for $300, but I know that it runs for $700 with tax for completely new, with like the kit. But the camera itself can be like $500 plus tax for sure. And I love this camera. It's user friendly. You don't have to know a lot about computers to use this. You literally have a SIM card. You could put the SIM card through a SIM card adapter or transformer. You put it inside. You edit. You take videos. You know, I think it's a great beginner camera, and it depends on too what camera you're buying, how much it is, and how much you're trying to invest into what you're doing. Because if you really like what you're doing, like you see yourself doing videos like for a long time, like you're trying to go somewhere with it, definitely invest in it for yourself. Because I don't make money off of this, you know what I'm saying? I do this because I enjoy it, because I genuinely love it. If I happen to make money off of it, that's cool, but I'm doing this and I spent the money on it because I know it makes me happy, and I know it makes someone else happy too out there. It makes them happy that I'm doing these videos. So that's what I like. Are there some things you don't like about locks? Yes. I have never fully put my hair in water because it's so heavy. My hair is about 10 to 12. Actually, let's be for real. My hair is about 15 pounds when it's wet. I know a lot of you have seen me, but my locks are down to here. They're wrapped up right now. They're very long, and it's so heavy. Sometimes I just want to let free in the ocean. Sometimes I just want to like let free, but it takes so much time for it to dry, and I can't really, you know, get them wet as I want to, and it hurt and it's sad sometimes because I'm just like, I just want to let loose. I just want my hair to be in the ocean, but sometimes I just don't want to, you know, wait for it to dry, and a hair dryer is not going to cut it, you know. I don't want to have mildew hair, you know what I'm saying? I don't. But that's hard, especially like the longer they get and they're wet, they soak up so much. It's so heavy and it hurts. Another thing is that if you retwist your hair a lot, you can lose a lot of your hair. So sometimes like you can't have very slick down edges. You know, when people do their hair, you know, they be doing their edges, they be slicking it down. For locks, you can't be doing all that. Like you can't have too much product on it because it can really, you know, damage the process of what you're trying to doing. So you know, you have to deal with some days, you know, your hair is it's gonna be puffy. It's not gonna look like someone who could just lay their edges, you know. It's not gonna be like that. You have to let your hair go and just be free. That's what locks are. What made you want to start YouTube? So again, that goes to the question I kind of answered, which is because I love editing videos. I love taking what's happening in my head and executing it and editing it, and also making a difference in people's lives and speaking my mind, because I always have something going on in my head. Always have something going on in my head. And to be able to express that and to have an outlet where I could say what I want to say, not necessarily like, oh, I'm gonna say what I want to say. No, I can have an outlet where I say what I want. I can express myself, and it's like a therapy to me, but also I know it's therapy for somebody else. And it's like kind of documenting, like, this is at this point in my life, this is where I was mentally, physically, spiritually. Now fast forward 3 years from now, this is where I am physically, spiritually, things that happen in my life. So it's like kind of honestly like a personal diary of my progress. Okay, I have one. Are you more introverted or extroverted? That is an interesting question. I am definitely an extrovert, but I love to be by myself. A lot of people wonder, a lot of people, my acquaintances, will go to parties, will go to tournaments, will go here. It's like, that's nice, but I feel like I get more out. I can do more stuff when it's just me in my head. And I like people, but at the same time I don't. I love people. I do. You know, this is why I even do YouTube, but it's like I don't like to be near a lot of people. I feel like it ruins my head sometimes. I just like to do my own thing, to be by myself. I love to be by myself, and when I want to socialize, I will, but most times I like to do things alone because I've been alone for a lot of my life, so it doesn't really hurt me to be alone and also have some company too. I think